Well, that's what I'm
Just the
saying. That's
same.
different. Well, see, the thing, this is the double standard that we talk about. And if you're specifically religious, the word says you are called to lose yourself in the purpose of your husband. So whenever you say you want to keep a part of yourself, just know you're deviating from the word. So, and I'm
Can
not
I
saying you
ask you
subscribe to that.
how many people you feel like the percentage wise are still very religious in this day and age?
I don't. I feel like I feel like a lot of people are acting like they're religious. They're not really living by the word.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it pisses off the M whites of the world who hear these people sit in church and claim this and then they don't even live by the word. It's just really hard to listen to those people. That's a big reason why I don't even call myself a Christian. Because if I can't follow it to the T, I got no business claiming a denomination of any sort. You get what I'm saying? It just
Mhm.
doesn't make any sense to do that. But I think the man that you marry, regardless if it's a religion or not, I don't think this is the communication that is happening. And you two might be an exception. You guys might very well be communicating, hey, look, this is how I am as a woman. I like to have my autonomy and my decision making. That's totally fine. And I think M. White stamp that transparency from a woman these days should be championed because there's so many women that are are chameleons. I don't even know if chameleon is the right word. They are they are concealing that their true feelings, their true identity, that they want to be able to have their own autonomy. They want to be boss babes. They actually have the competence to run their own business and help out tremendously. And they don't want to be pigeonholed down to a servant or something like that or a housewife or some sorts. Those women, if they want to do it, they should be vocal about it. They shouldn't hide it because then you're giving man expectations that you're going to be a nurturer and that is your role. But indeed, deep down inside, that's not what you want. And
But
it's a
but
setup for a
Darwin,
lot of these men.
do you think that women should just be stay-at-home wives or moms?
If and only if your husband is requesting you to do that and has a system and a vision for that, and that role encompasses that, and then you agree to that, I think you should be a woman of your word. But if that's not what you want to do, you need to speak up and say, hey, look, I don't want to be down with this type of program. Don't waste your
But
time. Don't waste your assets. Don't waste risking losing your kids for me and your assets being divided. I
so
really think that women should start speaking up, saying this is not what we want, so we can go and take our efforts elsewhere.
you have to think. A lot of what you all hear me say is because I'm at a particular time in my life. I'm 44. I legit am going through menopause. There are no more kids. That's it. That's all. Shops closed. And so a stay-at-home mom
Hold on,
is
you're
not
in
realistic for
menopause.
me. Huh?
You're going through menopause right now,
Yeah.
so
Do,
you're not
do
even
you know that it
attracted.
spans a decade? It spans a
Oh,
decade.
so you're not
Yeah.
even attracted to the gentleman that's on this panel right now. Damn, wow.
What do you
No, I'm
what?
just
The
kidding.
hell
I'm
are
just
you
kidding.
talking about?
I'm
What are you
just kidding.
talking about?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was finna say, let me tell you something.
What are you
Anyway.
talking about?
But I thought, but let's be honest. The menopause
But
does kind of stifles all of that energy that has to deal with being involved. You get what I'm saying?
no.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
Well
don't
then,
get what you're saying.
Can
oh,
it
What
okay.
heighten it?
the only thing that it's
Uh,
stopping is me from having kids.
oh,
And
okay. So it's
to
okay.
be fair, I still have some gas left in the tank. It ain't that far gone. However, I'm not doing it because I'm 44. But what I'm saying is relationships would look a lot different for me. I'm not looking to have kids. I'm not looking to be a stay-at-home mom. I can actually be a partner to someone. My bad. I gotta stop using that word for
Oh
y'all because it's
my.
No,
really triggering
no.
y'all.
Go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Go ahead and use
I
it.
have to be a
Be yourself.
woman
Be yourself.
to my man. It's just a habit. It's literally a habit. All of those words are interchangeable for me. A man, a husband, boyfriend, whatever. It just comes out. Anyway, I am going to be a particular type of woman to my man at this day and age. I can work. I don't have to think about sacrificing my job to be a mom. I don't have like so I'm at a particular time in my life. So I'm ready to have fun with my man.
Period.
Like it's fun time. We it's balls to the wall at this point because we don't have like kids should be grown at this point. We should be supporting whatever kids he has. Um
Oh, so
and
you're subscribed to women having kids before 30.
I yes, if they are that's what y'all be misunderstanding the shit out.
Darwin,
Y'all
don't
listen
start
to
this
me
young
at the
pregnancy
dating
mess.
in huh?
Please, Lord.
What?
Not the young pregnancies. I
No, no,
can't.
no, no. Just
Because
let
we
me hold
can't
on.
do the
No,
23-year-old pregnant
no,
girls.
listen to me. Just
We,
listen. Just
What?
listen,
they don't need
right?
to have no babies at 23.
Listen.
I get it. Y'all are saying that, but the reasons y'all are saying that don't even make sense. Y'all saying the frontal lobe is not developed when
Did you
women.
hear me say that when we talked about it yesterday? Did you hear me say that one time? No, you heard the lady above me say that. I never said it. What was I saying? I was advocating for no for truthfulness. That girl should be able to just say she just don't want to have a baby at 23. Period. It shouldn't be no comma, semicolon, explanation. It should just be maybe I want to travel. Maybe I just want to not spend my money on nobody else but me. Maybe I just want to mind my business.
uh,
That's it. That's it. It should be okay.
we didn't say
So
it wasn't okay. We just said some of the reasons were outlandish. That's all.
Well, I don't think
If
any
you
of
would have
those
said
reasons were
if you would have
outlandish.
said, hey, look, I just want to have hot girl summer, then we were like, okay, fine.
How
no,
is it
you
that you
wouldn't.
deduce traveling and getting a graduate degree and
And having fun, that's
I
hot
know
girl summer.
you didn't I said spend my money on me, which could be okay. I want to
That's
use
hot
this
girl
money to buy
summer.
my
Stop
own
capping.
house.
Why
I
are
want to
you
You,
use
you,
this
you,
money
lying?
to buy my own house. I want to get my own car. I don't want to have to figure out where I'm gonna
Period.
afford diapers and rent.
What are y'all traveling? Y'all traveling to Jamaica to get this white gooey shit platted on your booty cheeks. Stop
look. So,
capping.
Who's
you know how I was saying about my pattern recognition. He right as far as how my pattern recognition go. It's a trend of uh I want to. It's a couple keywords that I always hit. I just want somebody I could travel with. I want to spend my time building businesses. You got to throw in generational wealth. What's the other words? They don't typically say hot girl summer. They shy away from that. But essentially, what it kind of like, if you boil it down, it's an archetype that prioritizes fun as opposed to anything outside of that. And that's
No,
great for just kicking it. Like I'm a nigga that say, hey, I love the hoes. When I was fucking out in the streets, hoes
And the
was great.
icing on the
I no
cake,
issue
to your
hoes.
point in
But
white, is that when if the people that say they want to wait till after they're 30 to have kids, they are saying that they should not remain chess. Because they said, I gotta wait till I'm financially stable to be a wife and mother. But at the same time, they say that they should be able to still have sex, smacks. Whoa, damn, y'all got me saying smacks. They still can have sex along the way.
and I'm gonna say this too, to your point, M White. If your ass is over 44 years old and ain't no kids in sight, and you on this dating site talking about you trying to build generational wealth for somebody, ain't no fucking such thing as that.
Hell no,
Ain't no
your
fucking
kids are never coming.
me. You ain't building no generational shit. By the time when you die, you go your way, and when I die, I'll go my way. We ain't be.
Unless y'all get a surrogate with all that damn business money.
We ain't doing that shit either.
Even then, you can't even do that because
You tell
ninety
me the
percent of
baby
her,
make,
what is it, 90%, 95% of her eggs are gone. So she probably
if
can't
you
even do
tell
that.
man, if you tell me your baby making oven is out, the pilot light is
Out of
out,
commission.
it's over with. I'm not about to go surrogate with you. I ain't about to do none of that shit. You absolutely right. We about to spend your money kicking it. That's
That's
what
why I
we
said those women are for recreational use. You don't marry those women. You have fun with those women. Boheem
oh
just
no.
said, I'm at the point in my life where
Hey,
I have
wait,
fun. If she
wait,
running the
Darl.
guys in
Not
corporate
what
America,
we
they're gonna
doing. I thought we was only supposed to
I'm
smash
having
the
fun with one
prostitutes. Now
person.
we now
Jeez.
now we now we messing up these women too.
but what did I say? I said not the women who
You
want to have
can't mess up
family
a you
and
can't
marriage.
mess up a
You can't
44 year
But
old.
wait a
No, but
minute. If she
wait a minute.
wants
You
to have
cannot know.
family and she's 40 plus, then she's automatically in the category with the prostitutes?
I'm not having no baby with no
yes,
40-year-old.
by
No,
probability
So
of
you
her
putting me in
having
a category with
that
prostitutes?
Yes,
For
No,
the
he was
right
lightning.
not.
now, it
Bohemian,
won't
stand
matter.
up for yourself.
Damn.
Look,
Stand up.
We put you in that
Damn.
category based on the likelihood of you failing to be able to give us a child.
no, listen.
My
I'm
mama
gonna keep
didn't fail, and
If
she was
you want a
45.
child after 40,
Okay, come on, be
if you
honest
I'm
want
with
a
not
you. Your
child
putting
mama
no.
is
at
an
Hold on.
almost
anomaly.
50, come on now.
Hold on, y'all. I
She
am not
still ain't
putting.
in menopause, y'all, and she's
Hey,
61.
Bo,
wait
you
a
said
minute.
if we want a child after 40, what? I
Like,
didn't hear. You said
I'm
Huh?
what?
dating men. I'm dating men between 40 and 50 right now.
Mm-hmm.
You should have already did that. Don't approach me if that's what you're looking for. Please don't do that.
And
Right.
I
The
okay.
men
appreciate that.
approaching
So
me are not looking for kids.
so I'm a
Every
so
man I meet, I don't want
She's
no kids.
making my point.
Perfect.
so
She's
I'm
making my
40.
point, Trav. The men that want
I got a
family and
2-year
wives
old,
are not gonna
3-year
go
old.
at Boheme, right?
But I'm not a prostitute.
I
No,
didn't
I'm
say you
not
That
were
is
a
either.
prostitute.
crazy.
No.
That's why
I
I'm
No,
like,
just
he
don't
didn't
put
say
me in that
you were a
category,
prostitute.
please.
He just
I didn't
said
say
you
you
were in
were.
the category of one.
The way
You're
you
you're
said
you're
it
neck.
made me
You're
intrigued
listen.
like
The
that.
He
prostitutes
just meant that
the
it's just
prostitutes
before
are
that
on
you're building
the
a family.
prostitutes are in the basement. You're like in the
I'm not in the
living room
basement.
somewhere. You're in the living room.
Look,
I'm on the
listen.
Like
Do you
street.
one
know how
step above,
close the
one step above.
proximity that's putting her,
Damn.
Darwin?
She's a
Hold,
floor
One step
above
above.
the
hold
harlots.
on, listen,
Damn.
One
listen,
step.
listen. I'm not
He
putting
said,
no baby.
"Step, yo."
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on, hey, Darwin. Straight up, all bullshit
That nigga
aside,
Trav is diabolical, yo.
I'm not putting no baby in no.
Diabolical.
He tried to
I'm not.
put it on me. No, that was you, Trav.
I'm not putting no baby in no 44-year-old woman. Fuck that.
Ew. That even doesn't
No,
No.
sound right.
no, fuck
You better
that.
not.
Like I said,
I'm
we
Yeah,
got.
really
that's
taking
pretty
this
risky.
personal because my mama was 45.
Who's
I
gonna
don't
take
give
care
a
of your
No,
kids when you
fuck.
okay.
turn
I
60?
just am not doing
You
it.
were
My brother turned 18 and she's 61. Yeah.
Was that her first?
crazy.
No, it's me.
At
I'm her
45?
first.
How
I'm her
old is
first
she?
at
At
32.
45?
No,
No,
you
I'm her
the
first at
baby.
32.
Okay,
you
so
guys,
there you go.
she does have a point.
No,
Older
hell
women
no.
are getting
If
That
more
was
I'm
an oops.
recognition.
That was an oops, right?
Late,
Sweeney?
late in life, baby, they call it.
No, the
Yeah.
44-year-old one was the goddamn that they was at the Red
Don't
Roof
put-
Inn, and she thought the
Okay, man, one of us is playing.
she
The
thought
red
that
roofing.
My parents have never been to the Red Roof
listen,
Inn.
Yo, let's talk about it.
Wait,
When
listen,
it
they
was
was
a
at the
Baymont
Red
in.
Roof Inn, and
Was
they
the
thought
Baymont
that,
in?
and she thought the menopause had kicked in, and the shit went wrong, and damn,
My
oopsie
parents
baby.
And
have
baby, when I tell you
never
I ain't
been
gonna
to
get
the
married
Red
to
Exactly.
Roof
this baby
Inn.
right now,
How you know?
I'm not.
She was at Zaxby's in the parking lot.
20 some years and I ain't had one. No, I'm not. I'm not getting caught up with no oops, baby, and no last minute
So what are
menopause
you
baby. I'm
doing?
not doing that.
Did you get your tubes tied?
You'll
No,
see that, and God will be like,
For the right person, she keeping
I'm
it.
safe. No,
I feel
I'm
like
putting my
If
body
it's
through that.
Usher,
but
it's
is it
listen.
just about
Jr. is right. If it's Usher
Bro,
or
it's
Chris
wild
Brown, baby, they
ass talk.
keeping it. Trust
If,
me.
if, if,
isn't
no,
it
no,
just
No.
about
no,
everybody's baby?
Ew.
no,
Like aren't
no,
most people's
hold on,
babies oops babies
no,
though?
Aisha,
no,
Yeah,
Aisha,
No,
yeah,
I'm
I don't
No.
saying
think.
I'm not having a
No, like, I
before
don't think
menopause
either
baby.
one
I'm
of
not
us
doing
was
that.
playing.
I,
The one
Like
on the
Bo,
panel.
bullshit
Damn.
aside,
do
bullshit
any
aside.
men here have children?
Hold on, wait.
Okay.
Bo, bullshit aside.
free.
If you and Usher had a one night stand and you had a oopsie baby, you
Ew.
telling me you gonna get rid of it?
get
Maybe
rid
I
of it.
probably have
maybe you
herpes.
should
That's
ask
a
her.
damn
Yeah.
lie. Stop
Maybe
that.
you
I
should
Usher
I
might
ask
be
don't
a
her.
bad
care.
example.
No, I'm
You
not
should probably ask
doing
her
Favorite
who's
it.
her
groups.
crush, Sweeney. You should probably ask her. Like,
It
who's her
is the
crush?
most. It is my greatest fear to be a single mother. I personally cannot do it. I don't see how they do it. I commend everybody that does. I have been so fearful of being a single mother. That was hard. The year that
Why?
I did it,
Why do y'all
it
think
was
having a baby
hard not doing
correlates
it.
with being a single mother? Why y'all can't just say being a wife?
You just said one night stand with Usher.
I did give it
That's
that
not
night
a
too.
father
Yeah.
to my like. I'm a
Damn,
single
Sween, why
mother
you
at
had to
that
fuck the
point.
whole? All right, yeah, Sween did say that. I give you that. But even
I
First of
think
all,
then,
being a
first of all,
single mom is very terrifying because I know for a fact when I am here by myself for a week while my husband's on a work trip, I get very like flustered and I'll be like, y'all
Yeah.
don't listen. Y'all do a lot of yelling and running around. Like
I
Because you're
would
not
we had a
rather,
whole
I would rather,
situation.
I would rather you bring in the lineage of your mother and father and your grandmother, and your grandfather and great, than to go through this world without having a child. Like you just his bloodline cuts off at you.
That's right.
That's a damn shame.
Can you imagine being the
I got
last
nieces
one
and
in your
nephews. My
bloodline?
family, okay.
They got nieces and nephews.
I do.
So your father was messing with your sister. I mean not your sister, but
What?
your aunt. No, I'm talking. Listen, we're talking about your father's. We're talking about your father's bloodline.
Yeah, my brother. He had a son. There you go. Ta-da.
Your
It is passed
father's
through the name.
bloodline is gonna be different than his brother's bloodline. Come on, let's be honest.
It is
My
passed through the name.
bloodline is gonna be totally different than my brother's bloodline. The blood that
Darwin,
mixes between
I had Darwin,
myself and my
Darwin,
wife is gonna
Darwin,
be.
I need to draw a line in the sand for you. I had a son. He's not here.
I get that. That's why I don't want you to keep using that.
Yeah, we can't. Not me. We can't have that conversation with me.
Okay,
right?
that's fine. But
That's
anybody else? Well, that's why I said let's just look at it from a general standpoint. You can deduce from this conversation that women should not go through the world, and they have the opportunity to have children and elect not to have children. Per Sweeney's original argument, like it's a selfish thing to do.
But why would you want women to have kids that don't want to have kids?
Because I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna pass the mic to Sweeney, because
harmful.
me and Sweeney had this conversation on TikTok. When you look at the whole purpose of Social Security benefits and stuff like that, and I'm gonna pass the mic to Sweeney on that because he broke it down so eloquently.
Well, I was gonna say I will start there. Is your biological imperative to replace who you are on this planet? So you and the person you with is supposed to replace yourselves for the next generation. And what happens is that when you don't do that, that leaves the people who did wind up replacing themselves to bear the burden of taking care of you in your old age. Because, and I know like a lot of people say, oh, well, I paid for it and this, that, and the third, but it's bigger than that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I come in with the selfish mindset that if you're of sound mind and sound body, I don't believe that. To be truthful, I don't believe Bo was of sound mind, especially after losing a child. So I wouldn't expect somebody like her to go out her way to try to have another child.
Yeah, that's why we take her out of it.
Right.
That's an extreme case. We're talking about people who.
Well, I'm talking about somebody that's just like, oh, well, I just wanted to live my best life. I fuck kids. I don't care about them at all. Like those are the people that I would call selfish.
Want them to have kids.
They're not being selfish. I feel like that's not being selfish by knowing and acknowledging that that's how their mind is, and then them not having them. Because if that's how their mind is,
you're supposed to get your mind right. Get your mind right.
But what if they don't? Is all I'm saying. If they
that's
don't,
a selfish thing to do. If
What
you
are
don't
we
go
arguing?
get
Two things
your
could be
mind
right. Two things could be right. I
how do
honestly
we make
don't.
them get their mind
So look,
right?
so Laisha, this is what I say. Two things could be right. I also don't believe that people who don't want to have children should not procreate. However, it's definitely selfish, no matter what.
Yeah, they still selfish just because they don't. Just because
why don't you want to have children? It's your biological imperative.
Because they selfish.
None of us would be here if not for
you said why don't people want to?
It's okay to say that these people should say they're selfish. If they just say they're selfish, I'm selfish and I want it. I'm like,
but everybody's selfish, and then you have your kid, and then like
it's the same concept.
And do you have kids?
No, but I've had a miscarriage before.
Okay, so if I can ask you, right? You don't have kids yet. I would assume that me and you are probably of the same age if you're not like older than me. Like,
yes, I'm much older than you. No,
I think everybody is. I think I'm the baby of the whole panel.
Always. So.
Right. And so with that being said, when you're having a conversation and a man sitting right next to you is saying the woman's biological clock is ticking and you don't have kids yet, but then you're also saying it's selfish not to have them if you can have them. So
you know what?
So how do you beat that? What do you do? You can't fight aging.
Correct.